What's going on, y'all? Listen, man, let's talk about the DJ Vlad and Lord Jamar Beef that's going on right now. Lord Jamar and Godfrey while we're at it, okay? Now, what's going on is real simple. Minister Louis Farrakhan had a speech. In that speech, it was on the 4th of July. In that speech, he was misquoted by DJ Vlad. Okay, now I'm gonna play the audio for you in this video so you can listen to it for yourself. But before I do that, I want to say this. Minister Louis Farrakhan isn't like a minister. Like I think the name throws people off, but he's very well respected. Like he's almost like a prophet. Now, I'm not part of the Nation of Islam. I'm not Muslim. I always like to visit different religious things. You know what I mean? Like I'll go to a Buddhist temple. I'll go to a mosque. I'll go to a church. I'll go to the woods and meditate. Like I'm universal. I like picking up different aspects from all cultures, all religions, and then I make it my own. So I have a little bit of knowledge of what a mosque entails, and they speak of him as if he wrote the Quran. Like he's up there. He's like holy. I should put it like that. He's almost like on the holy level. So when you have somebody like that, I say all that so you can understand like the level I'm trying to bring you at. When you hear minister, you think of like minister, like a preacher or something like that. And like, although they're holy too, they are absolutely holy. But it's like as if like Moses was walking around. Like think of Minister Louis Farrakhan as like Moses. Okay, like if you're a Christian and you don't understand, like he's on like that level of whatever, or like the Pope or some, maybe even more than the Pope. You see what I'm saying? Maybe even above the Pope and the way people who practice Islam view him, okay? So anyways, I say all that to say, when you have somebody that is that important to a whole bunch of people, you have to tread carefully. And if you are going to do a crazy misquote, you should apologize, or some people might really get upset. Now we're gonna talk about the boycott because I don't think it's really gonna do much. Lord Jamar seems to be under the impression that DJ Vlad needed him and it wasn't the other way around. Now, I got mad love for Lord Jamar and I would love to see him back on DJ Vlad's channel. But to be honest with you, I mean, I don't like the Yada Mean podcast is actually really doing good. Like, I like it. You know what I mean? Like, I tune in every now and then, but at the same time, it's not the same thing. Like, I really like when DJ Vlad asks him the question. I like him getting animated and yelling. Like, it's a very, really, really good dynamic. Minister Louis Farrakhan already has a cloud of anti-Semitism around him, guys. He has said some stuff in the past that you could be like, nah, you know what I mean? That's not right, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Especially if a Jewish person heard it, they'd be like, oh my gosh, like, they'd be offended. So he already has this cloud of anti-Semitism around him. So when you then egregiously misquote him, then it's like people run with it and believe it. You see what I'm saying? Especially with a voice like DJ Vlad, okay? So I want you guys to check out DJ Vlad's side of the situation, what he said, and then I want you to hear what Minister Louis Farrakhan said, and then I'm even gonna I'll replay back what DJ Vlad said just so you can really get it, okay? Listen to the whole thing, guys. It's important. It's only the important parts. It's only the important parts. Check it out, and we're gonna get right back into it.
I personally feel this is coming off the heels of Farrakhan's 4th of July speech.
Sure.
Where he said, those of you that say you're Jews, I will not give you the honor of calling you a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're so-called. You're Satan. And it's my job now to pull the cover off of Satan. And he went on to say, like, every Muslim, when they see a fake Jew, grab a rock.
Mr. Greenblatt, yes, sir. You are Satan. Those of you that say that you are Jews, I will not even give you the honor of calling you a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're so-called. You're Satan. And it's my job now to pull the cover off of Satan so that every Muslim, when he sees Satan, pick up a stone, as we do in Mecca. Did you hear me, Brother Abdul Malik? When you know who Satan is, you don't have to kill him, no. The stone of truth. See, that's what you throw. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.
Where he said, those of you that say you're Jews, I will not give you the honor of calling you a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're so-called. You're Satan. And it's my job now to pull the cover off of Satan. And he went on to say, like, every Muslim, when they see a fake Jew, grab a rock.
Okay, so you guys just heard that, right? That's why I came on the video like that. Like, it's a crazy misrepresentation. First of all, he said the person's name and he directed it to him, okay? Now, he was talking about stones of truth, and he said it like, you're not even worthy enough to be called a Jew. Now, that one you can take in two different ways. You can take it as he is saying, you're not even good enough to be called a Jew, like as a slight to Jewish people, like I can't even call you a Jew, that would be offensive to Jewish people, or something like that. Or you could look at it as if he's saying, I have too much respect for Jewish people for me to say that you're even a Jew. Like, you're not a real Jew because they are more respectable than you are. So you can take it in those two different ways. But that's the only thing that's wherever your brain decides to go. You see what I'm saying? I tend to look at the positive in most things. So it's like, in my head, I'm just thinking, he's just like, yeah, I got too much respect for Jewish people in order for me to even call you a Jewish person. He said the person's by name. He said, I am directing this to you. Okay? So that's where that's where Vlad is wrong in that. And then you heard what Vlad said. And what he said is dangerous. What he basically is saying is that, hey, Minister Louis Farrakhan is calling for violence against Jewish people, which is really not good. And you know what's going to happen. 2-3 years from now, Minister Louis Farrakhan, he's going to be in the news, and then somebody's going to pull up a DJ Vlad interview, and they're going to play what DJ Vlad said and not what Minister Louis Farrakhan actually said. And that's why it's important. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty, man. People aren't going to unsubscribe from DJ Vlad just because Lord Jamar said so. He has a cause. He's right. And he did bring a lot of followers over to DJ Vlad. But DJ Vlad also has a lot of other things going on his channel that keep people into it and interested. The majority of the people do not care enough for them to boycott the channel. And even if they did, the content that he provides outweighs, in most people's head, what Lord Jamar is saying. Some people just want to get entertained. They see China Mac on there. Oh, let me hear what you got to say. Charlemagne's back on there now. Like, I don't see people doing that. And it sucks, you know, because it's, you know, people always want to stick together and people always want to, you know, go for a cause. And I really hope that the pressure is put on DJ Vlad just as a, you know, just as a good person. Just do it because you are wrong. Like, you are wrong in this or whatever and what you said. So if you was a solid person, you know, you would take the video down and apologize or whatever. Now, my son brought that up. He said, listen, I don't even need an apology. Just take the video down. If you feel like you said you was right, then fine. Just take the video down or whatever. And, you know, Vlad's sticking to his guns and he's not doing it. And Vlad is doing a lot of things. He just signed with iHeartRadio. Like, I think Vlad is just, like, gonna ignore this. He's gonna act like these dudes don't exist. And then he's just never gonna do business with them again. And it sucks not to see Lord Jamar back on there. But he definitely got the Yada Mean podcast. He got a lot of stuff going on his own. And I'm sure people will tune into him. But it's definitely not the same, man. It's not the same, man. And I want to ride for the cause, too. You know what I'm saying? I think people might modify their views of DJ Vlad's channel. Maybe they might not watch most things. But I'm telling you, like, people are always going to click on the Charlemagne interviews. People are always going to click on the... like, he has way too many people. Tiffany Haddish was on there. Like, it's just, you know, it's just a lot of people on there. And people are definitely going to roll with it. And they're going to go with it. So, honestly, though... he needs to be very careful because he's destroying the reputation of somebody who already has a cloud over him and who is viewed as damn near a prophet. You see what I'm saying? So that's very important for people to pay attention to and keep in mind. You see? So I just want you guys to know like the level that Minister Louis Farrakhan is viewed at. Could never really explain it because I am not a Muslim, but you know, in my best attempt to try and portray you know how he is viewed, that's my best attempt in doing so. Now, with all that being said, guys, I want you guys to breathe easy.